Okay, welcome guys, and in this today's tutorial, we're gonna be looking at forex. So today is a Monday, and 7th February of 2022, and we've just opened our day, and we're working on a recovery account, a recovery loss account, and we shall be dealing with only forex this time. So as we can see, we've just landed into the field, but as our method suggests, you have to first check on our spread, which is 0.6, 0.7, which is a little bit clear and stable for forex. Now I'm gonna be talking about some basics that I normally follow when I'm entering any trend or any bid on IT option or any other trading platform or online broker. So it doesn't matter whether you're using other trading platforms. These are just simple basic things that you have to consider before entering or bidding or staking anything in the market. So number one, you should always check your they normally call them, you have to check your spreads. Now for example, as per today, I think just as normally as I know, we've been saying, the pair Euro USD, which is a kind of around here, has the best spread, which is the lowest spread around 0.6, 0.7, and I would recommend you first go for this. Then next is these three pairs, Audi USD, USD JAP, and Euro GDP, having 0.8. Then we can proceed. But you see, as we move on, you will find that the other pairs that are following, they kind of have a hiked spread, and it's not good to deal with a currency or a pair that has some big spread. So let me first switch to a demo account and see how it's gonna be. Maybe let me just bid a little bit here, because I'll be explaining why I'm entering this. Let me just give it a 2 or 3. These days I'm working on they call it a 1% principal strategy. Somebody asked for it instead of making losses, and he just wants a simple, he's actually an investor, a long-term investor. So he just wants a simple strategy that will be giving him around 10% per day, and that would translate to around 300% per month. And to him, it's actually good to go. For him, it's actually good to go. So as you can see, that thing has closed in 2%. So this is the kind of system that I'm trying to build these days. It's a kind of a simple system that will be giving you around 10% per day. You don't have to work for the whole day. You can just work for probably half day, and you make just as little as or maybe you can actually stay on the system and use it to get 2% per hour, making it about because the day has 24 hours times 2 will be 48% per day, or per 2 days. So it will be good to go. At the end of the month, you'll be around 500% per month, and that's good enough to go. sorry about that. But anyways, let us just continue. As I was telling you, number one, before entering any trend, always first check on your spreads. These spreads are very, very important. Very, very important. The moment you have a very big spread, please, it's not advisable to enter such bids that have big spreads. But you can always check on them and see whether it's good to go. For example, here you can see that the spread is actually is stabilizing at 0.6, 0.7, which is kind of a good spread to go, just like I said. So you can work on this. But as the day goes on, normally these pairs, forex pairs, they tend to increase their spreads. I don't know why, whether people are maybe taking out their money, I don't know exactly, but the spreads tend to widen, and you find that some pairs here, like the last pair down here, the PLN sec. Can even go up to 100. So right now it's 100. The spread is 115. This is kind of a big spread, so it's very deadly to work in this pair. These ones are still in 3, but though it's still so big to work in such a spread. So I would recommend on IQ option, if you are to deal in Forex, you should at least deal in Euro USD and or Audi USD or USD JAP and Euro GP. So these are, I think, they are the major four. So you can even let me just remove this, because you just want the ones that have so far the smallest. Well, as if I saw some pair having 0.5, I think it was still not stabilizing. So I think that's it. Those are enough. You can just deal within those pairs. They have a good, at least some good kind of a spread that is not so big. So you can see we just closed our trend in 3% very fast on real accounts. I'm actually working on somebody's account. I'm recovering his losses. He had made losses, and I'm now kind of recovering his account right from $1. I'm taking him back to $10. So don't worry about that. And I'm actually also using this opportunity to explain to you an overview of an upcoming strategy in IQ option that I'm trying to unleash for day traders, people who don't want to wait for big trends for a long time, probably want to enter short trends or even the available short trend and make some 2, 3, 5% profit and go on. And if you're a day trader, for example, you sit there for the whole day, I'm very sure by the end of the day, you will be making about 200%. So, one thing you need to know, I've covered the first one, spread. You have to make sure that you have a spread that is below 0.7. You get that? Anything that goes beyond 0.7, please just leave that. But as I'm explaining to you, try to look at the couple of changes that are taking place in this system. As you can see, our arrows are crossing to the above section and are putting the trend down or increasing the the depth of the downtrend. Sorry. So I'm actually, as I was saying, I'm finalizing this strategy. Somebody asked for it in the comments, and I will be unleashing to the world. This is for free, guys. This is just for free. I will give you this, and I hope that if you try to follow it very well, you will be making profits. You can even just use this as strategy for your lifetime while making profits. You just have to be a little bit careful. It has some two parts. It actually has two main parts, which is the big boss and the small boss. Now the small boss is the 2-minute interval. So we use the 2-minute interval to judge the immediate change in the movement of the trend, and we use it to enter trends to avoid negatives, of course. Because let me explain this. Now this is the small guy, but my big version of this is it actually starts at 8 hours. The big version of this system starts at 8 hours, 8-hour interval. It goes on to, you have also to monitor 4-hour interval. Then also you have to monitor the 2-hour interval. Okay, the 2-hour interval is actually taking a couple of seconds to respond. I hope that it will be responding in a couple of just seconds. Oh shit. Okay, just like I was saying, we need to be a little bit patient as I finalize this system. So just for now, I'm just giving a small overview. So you have the big guys, 8 hour, 4 hour, and 2 hour. But as per now, as purposes of fixing the screen, let me just have 8 hour and 4 hour. So as you can see, the red represents a downtrend infiltration, and green kind of represents an uptrend infiltration. So as you can see now, the downtrend infiltration is actually infiltrating in, and that's why we are now kind of having a small downtrend that is just being initiated. And also in 8 hour, we've just had a small initiation of a downtrend. You can see that bar, red bar, coming in up there on the Osama Oscillator 34.2. I will be explaining this system in details. Just don't worry, I will give you everything. It's actually free. It's free. We shall perfect it together. I will give it out for free, and it's free for a lifetime. You know, I'm not like these other guys that promise you heaven. I won't promise you that you make hundreds of dollars or thousands or 10,000 of dollars. No, I'm just providing you with a small system, a small strategy that will help you to get yourself out of losses, or if at all you have an account and making losses. Trading, number one, you must be patient. Money is not made in an overnight. No, you have to be patient. You have to stick to your rules. Do not defy your rules. Now, rule number one: never invest more than 10% of your total investment account balance. For example, if you have $100 on your account balance, never bid at any time or stake something that is above 10% of that $100. But of course, 10% of $100 is $10. So if you have $100 on your account, the only amount that you're allowed to bid per bid is actually $100. I mean $10. So you won't have a bid that's above $10 if you have $100 on the account. And if you have $1,000 on the account, you shouldn't exceed $100 bid. If you have 10,000 USD on the account, you shouldn't exceed 1k USDs. So that's all. You bid 10% of your total investment account balance. So that's those are the small strategies, small tricks, the things that you should know before even starting to trade. I'm assuming that you already know the platform that you're trading on. Probably you've already even uploaded some money on the account, but if you haven't, we shall be doing reviews of our trading platforms, online brokers, and you see the ones that are scammers, the ones that are not scammers, which ones to follow, how to determine whether they are scammers, how to avoid scammers, and one rule that you should never forget when you're trading or whenever you're in this field: never trust anyone. Never send money to any person that is promising heaven that he will make you thousands of dollars after sending him $200 probably. It doesn't make sense. Why would he even contact you in the first place if he can make thousands of dollars just from $200? This is just common sense. So I'm finalizing this system. I'll be putting it out there for you guys. You will see it, you will use it. Make sure to first use it in a demo account, try it out, see how it works, then you can enroll it on your real account and make money. So as I was saying, it has two parts: the small guy and the big guy. So when you have a change in this big guy of 8-hour and 4-hour interval, if you have a change, for example, of an infiltration that's moving towards the other end, if you put our 8-hour here, let me see what you can have. So you kind of see that in our 8-hour, no, this is one there, just want 8-hour. You have an infiltration here, and iron 2 has crossed the above section the arrow to red part is crossing, or the red line in arrow to has crossed the above section, and therefore deepening or even initiating a small downtrend there. So we shall have some force pulling down, and on top of that we also have a resistance up here that is also pushing down the trend. So with all these movements, a resistance, an infiltration, and an arrow to red line crossing over the above section, would suggest that there is a change in trend, or there is an increase over the depth of a downtrend at that point. So after seeing that the big guy, which is 8 hour and 4 hour, because you see in 4 hour it has already happened, actually we have now a second infiltration on the second line or second level, meaning that the depth of a downtrend has really increased, and therefore we can try to see how we can strategically bid in that process. So you have this infiltration in 8 hour, you have also infiltration in 4 hour, you have a go to go, which is actually arrow to giving you a go ahead. And at the same point, if these particular parameters came when you're in the present at the time, and the changes must happen when you're there. The changes that you're going to determine or to use to enter any bid must happen when you are there. If you come and you find a change that has already happened and it happened when you're not around, please don't based on that change to enter any bid. It could be winding up, it has already happened, and you find that you're making a bid and it reverses in the opposite direction, and you end up making a lot of profits. A lot of losses. So to avoid losses, we need to do one simple thing: make sure that changes happen when you are there, and that's, you have to be a very good day trader. You have to be on the system 24/7. Okay, now how many principles have I given you so far? You must enter bid that changes, of which changes have come when you're there. Number one, I remember saying that you must have a spread of 0.7 and below. If you have a bigger spread, please don't even waste your time. Anything could happen. The spreads can even widen to about 15 spreads or 15 points of spread, and they will end up making you enter into losses. Number three, you have to be bidding less than 10%. Okay, you actually must not bid more than 10% of your total investment. And for example, this investment was any hope I had $7, then you have to use 1. If you have below 10 or 7 or something, you shouldn't exceed $1 as the investment amount. If you have here $20, you shouldn't exceed $2 here. If you have $100 here on the balance in the account, you shouldn't exceed $10 here as per bid. And when you have $1,000, make sure you don't exceed $100 here. If you have $10,000, make sure you don't exceed $1,000 bid. Okay, so are we good to go? So now, after seeing a change in the big man, now you go back to the small man. So this system will actually work better with 2 screens. You should have 2 screens. You go back to the small man, which is 2, and you look for a total infiltration. Now this was the best at the time we entered, was actually the best time to enter, because the upward infiltration or the upward trend had ended, and we entered a very good downtrend that is actually still on. So you can see that all these guys are supporting each other, and they must cross. Here, this section, they have crossed already. Red is on top and green is down, meaning that a downtrend has more for effort. You can see it's a total infiltration, red on all the 3 steps of the awesome oscillator. So that's a total infiltration of a downtrend. It so happens here, now we can see Arrow 34 has just crossed, and it was supported by all the arrows above, meaning that more energy is coming in to break this resistance. They are still going down, so we are still waiting for 38 to cross over. If it is supported, it will still contribute to downtrend to go down even more. Crossing to this section, we already have the 50, 40 that are all on top, and we're hoping that they will be crossing the red lines will be crossing to the upper section, and then you can see they have broken the resistance, and now the trend is continuing down and down and down. So until it finishes up to 100 should be the last arrow at cross, and 100 crosses to the if 100 crosses above, means that it has kind of finished its trend, and it will be reversing it starting from arrow 2. Probably after it has finished here, it will be reversing this reversing it now to the uptrend, from a downtrend to uptrend. But I've finalized the small man. Now you can see I'm done with the small part, so it's ready. You can use it at any time. Actually, you can just use the small man, the small section, to make your 2% per hour, or even about 30% per day if you're a very good day trader. From morning at evening, by that time you've made some good profits. Now you can see 36 has just crossed. I don't know whether he has been supported. No, most of these guys kinked down, meaning they've not supported him as yet. Maybe if they go back again, they may support him. You can see they have not supported him, so you have some force pushing us back a little bit up. But anyways, I'm hoping that we are still in a downtrend, because these guys are still. Anyways, we shall see if it is starting another trend here. We shall also be seeing it. You can see 2 has now crossed the above section, and that's why he's causing this uptrend here. So with this small system, you can see every change and who is responsible for that to happen. That's why I like it. So this is the small man. I'm done with the small man. I'm also done with the big man, only that now I'm remaining with coordinating them together. That's the last step. And after finishing that, probably today or tomorrow, I'll be making a final video for you guys to start off with and start off trading. And also, I won't just throw it to you. No, I'll show you how I set it up, how I use it, and even I will go ahead to trade with you, along with you, on real accounts and on demo accounts, so we shall grow together and use the system together. A live and demo account, both of them, and we shall also you can just copy whatever I do, and you also duplicate it on the system there. But I would like if you learn it so that you can do it yourself. That's the best option. Okay, so thank you for watching. You will give me just a couple of days as I associate the two, the small man and the big man, and they come into building up into one strategy that will make you some good profits. If you haven't subscribed, please subscribe. Very many more things are coming up. You wouldn't want to miss all these good stuff that are coming up. You wouldn't want to miss. If you haven't subscribed, or if you're new to the channel, please subscribe. You can also put your question in the comment. I received a question in the comments. Somebody was asking whether IQ option is legit. Guys, you can help me even reply to that question, whether IQ option is legit. But I'll be making a video just next after this, talking about the legitimacy of any online trading broker and how we can determine it. Very soon it will be airing. I hope I will be replying to all your questions, guys. So put your questions in the comment section. I will be replying to them. If you have anything you want me to help you with, please put it in the comment section. Just comment. I will be seeing the comment and I will reply definitely. Thanks for watching. let me first dive in the next session of recording a video about answering the question, is IQ option legit or is it a scam? I will be taking a couple of reviews from people who have been using IQ option over years and professionals that are part of the regulatory body of the Cyprus Securities Exchange Commission, which happens to be the regulatory body for IQ option. Actually, IQ option is European based, so I will be putting all this in the next video if you want to know the background of IQ option, how it came to be, how it came to be popular, and why people use it. Is it legit? Is it people making money on IQ, or you're just in a scam? No, please get in touch in the next video. I will be explaining everything about this. Okay, thanks for watching. I will see you in the next video.